me like a Pisces when I am weak. I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks. I've been drawn into your magnet, Tom pit trap. I wish I could eat your cancer when you turn black. Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint. Forever dead, your priceless advice. Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint. Forever dead to your priceless advice. Your advice. Your advice. Oh, I did the solo. Voila. Getting there, huh? I think I'll probably have it mastered in 24 hours time. If I put as much dedication to that as I did to art update, painting I completed today. Okay, this is you saw I've been doing a new rooftop series. It's called Chimneys au-dessous la haut des cascades. Here's the one I finished yesterday, and here's the one I did today. Boom! Ooh, baby, look at that. What do you think? So that was kind of a workout. Like, I'm sort of spent. I'm exhausted. Anyway, going to get these. Here are the rest in the series. The impetus was I was down at my friend's vernissage, and the proprietor of the gallery said, "Hey, you want to put something up?" And I said, "Sure." And he said, "Okay, see you tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh, dude, I don't even have anything." And so that's been, well, let's see. Oh yeah, it'll be a week Sunday. And I've come up with this. And this. And this. I like this one. Can't really tell, but I like the details, how the paint laid down here on these ones. And this is a spray paint with a stencil, and then I filled in the area with some black ink. And what I did is, you can probably see that I pasted paper. So I did this on paper, and then I pasted it down on the canvas. So the canvas is basically just acting more as a frame. So I think that's pretty nice. And then, so I've got these two. So I'm going to put two up in the gallery on Montmartre. And then, so what I got to do now is I'm going to mount these on these canvases, which I'm preparing. You can't really tell here, but I'm doing that same palimpsest collage approach on the edges of the canvas, so that it will marry nicely with the motif here. That's the idea anyway. Now the thing is that the canvases aren't exactly 30 by 30 centimeters. They're just a hair short. So I'm going to have to trim this just a bit. You can't really tell. But it's just a hair short, and it's a little bit annoying to have to bend the paper over the edges. And my good friend Gareth asked me what I was using to glue the paper to the canvas, and I'm just using this Rouge and Play brand, FlexiPlay, PVA glue, or as I like to say, PVA, which is polyvinyl acetate, otherwise known as white glue, racist. And what I do is I slather it on pretty well on the back here, so that the brush is moving smoothly over the surface. Otherwise, it's going to catch if you don't put enough glue on it, and the paper is going to shift, and then you're going to have glue on the image side of the paper, and you don't want that. I know from experience, let me tell you. And then I do the same approach with the canvas. I slather on a nice layer of glue on here. Oh, and also I sand it down so it's scored, so that the glue will stick better eventually, so that it has less chance of bubbling or peeling off. And also, if you glue both the paper and the canvas, it gives you a few moments of time to slide it around and get it into position, so it's not stuck cockeyed or so forth on there. So that's what's going on. And so that is going to be, so this Thursday, we have a vernissage. C'est jeudi, le 22 décembre 2022, à Brasserie Patoche, à Montmartre, 32 rue des Trois Frères, avec l'association Bande de Bocuse. Donc, si vous voulez, si vous êtes là, n'hésitez pas de venir nous voir. Hein? Ça sera bon, c'est une brasserie. Ils ont les microbrews, en fait. Comment on dit ça en français? Le microbrew. Peut-être c'est le même mot, hein? C'est un mot américain à la base. Donc, ce jeudi, le 22 décembre, à Montmartre, on aura une exposition collective. Si vous êtes intéressé, vous êtes le bienvenu. Oh, that reminds me. Last night, I was going home late. I'm always running against the clock. I'm just constantly running against the clock. I'm exhausted. I finished this one today, and it just wore me out, man. I don't know, it doesn't really seem like it, but so I started out by, first of all, tracing down the shapes of the colors, and then adding the colors. That's acrylic. And then I did this part in ink. Then I masked it off and took a toothbrush and put some, like spattered some ink on there to give it that texture. I don't know if you can see. And then I did the same thing with this zone and this zone. And then, as you can see, I just lightly put a mist of spray paint on the edges. So I know I make it look easy, but it's actually rather involved. And so last night, I told my buddy I've been working on a song since we saw each other. He sent it to me after I got back at the end and in the middle of October to l'atelier. And I asked him, "Hey man, have you been working on that song? We're doing a different song." And he said, "Nah, sounds good. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "Okay." And then he asked me, "Have you been working on that other song?" I'm like, "Oh, I've been meaning to, but I just keep running out of time and steam." So last night I did open it, copy it, review it. So I did work on it. It's one of those anti-procrastination techniques where you, if there's something you have to do, like, I don't know, start writing a novel or something, the very first step you take is you open up your word processor. Okay, and then the idea is it gets you into momentum. So I'm hoping to revisit that tonight. Yet, I do have to prepare these canvases. I'm going to peel off the edges so they're all ready to go to get glued tomorrow. And then hopefully it's not raining tomorrow. I can go outside and photograph these for archival and reproduction purposes. And then I'll put the hangers on the back, like this. Super nice. And all that to say is last night I was going out and there are two banks of the public bicycles outside, completely empty. Okay, so this is about midnight 30. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So I start walking. I'm like, okay, which way is the best direction? So I decided to go this way. And there's a little bar on the corner, had some live music. And as I was passing, I kind of, I could hear the rhythm, which was pretty cool. And so I looked in there and I made eye contact with the guitar player through the glass pane of the window door. And then there was a gal standing around outside. She said, "Eh, vous êtes le bienvenu, hein? Venez, entrez-vous, hein?" And she said it twice. So that means she's welcoming me in. I was thinking, man, I really didn't feel like taking her up on that offer, but maybe I should have. Because then I subsequently, later in that evening, as I was eating my dinner. Okay, this story will have to wait. Till next time. Ciao for now.